Hey guys, it's Lindsey. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my car. I've really enjoyed doing these car vlogs lately. It just gets me out of the house for a little bit, let my husband, who's always home now, watch the kids for a little bit. So that's what we're doing today. I will say it was raining. It is not currently raining, and hopefully the rain stays away because it was really, really loud, but there is a little bit of a break. I was actually sitting out here in my car for like 20 minutes waiting for the rain to pass, and I think we're through it. It might start up again later, but hopefully I can get through this video without any rain because it was really loud. But anyways, today we are talking about a story, a little story time, if you will, that happened last summer that I have been debating whether or not to talk about forever because I don't want to talk about it. It was very embarrassing. And now I'm just going to go ahead and spill it out here on the internet for everyone, every single person in the world potentially to see. This was a very interesting story, and it happened right after my weight loss surgery. And you guys know I do like to keep it real as I can with my weight loss surgery journey. I feel like that's really important. You know, I decided to put myself out there and talk about my journey. So why would I, talk about everything except like this one thing? And that hasn't really sat right with me. So I wanted to make that right and tell you guys what happened, because if you are going through this journey and you haven't had your surgery yet, you can know maybe what to expect going forward. And if you had a weight loss surgery, or you're not looking to have weight loss surgery at all, you can go ahead and laugh at the story. I'm okay with laughing about it now. For a while I wasn't, and it is still really embarrassing, but I just decided, you know what, I've talked about everything else. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So that's what we're going to do today. And just to kind of refresh your memory, or if you are new to my channel, I did have a vertical sleeve gastrectomy done on June 17th, 2019. It is currently May 2020, so I'm almost a year post-op, but not quite. And in general, I've had a really, really positive experience with my weight loss surgery. I'm so happy I went ahead and did it. I've lost quite a bit of weight at this point. I think I'm sitting at like 97, 98 pounds lost. I'm so close to that 100-pound mark, but I still haven't hit it quite yet. But I'm doing really well. I don't have any regrets. There's just this one thing that was very unpleasant to deal with. But it was, relatively minor in the grand scheme of things. For me, it only happened once. But I just wanted to, again, let you guys know what happened. So if you are going through the journey, you can keep out and you can be aware that this might happen to you. And if you're not going through the journey, or if you've already been there and done that, you just laugh along with me, please. All right. So anyways, like I said, I had my surgery in June. Around a month post-op, maybe not quite, is when this story takes place. So it was mid-July of 2019, and I was still recovering from surgery for sure. I was maybe eating like 400 calories a day and like absolutely zero carbs at that point. But I was feeling pretty good. My pain had subsided at this point, and, I was just kind of getting along with my life, learning how to eat the way a bariatric patient should eat, and all of that. But, in general, life was pretty good. I was so happy that I had done the surgery and everything. So then this one particular day, I needed to go to the bathroom, and we're going to say the word poop a lot in this video. So let me just go ahead and say it. Poop, poop, poop. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. Okay. We're just going to say that word a lot in this video because that is what this whole story kind of centers around. So I needed to go to the bathroom one day. It was probably around noon or so. And this particular day, my husband and my son were going to be driving up to Milwaukee to go to a baseball game. So they were like getting ready to leave at this point. They were going to go and they were going to have dinner. We live in Chicago, so I think it's, I don't know, maybe a 2-hour drive. They were going to go have dinner, look around a little bit, and go to the baseball game and then come home. So when I was in the bathroom, they were getting ready to leave. And I think I was probably in there for about 15 minutes before they needed to leave, and nothing was happening. Nothing was happening. And I really felt like I needed to go, and it just wasn't happening. But I was like, ugh, okay, all right. But they needed to leave while I was still in the bathroom. So I was like, all right, just put Ivy, my daughter, in the family room. We have it blocked off with like a little gate thing. Turn on a show for her, make sure she's okay. I should probably be out of here within, the next 10 minutes. That's what I was thinking. So they leave. I say goodbye to them while I was sitting on the toilet. And my daughter is fine. She's just in the family room, which shares a wall with the bathroom. So I could absolutely hear her if anything went wrong or anything. But to kind of make a long story short, I was sitting on the bathroom in there for probably close to an hour. I sat on the toilet for almost an hour and nothing happened. and I was miserable at that point. So after an hour, I was just like, what the hell? What is going on? Why can't I poop? And I mean, obviously I knew why I couldn't poop because I was really eating no fiber at that point. I was taking some fiber supplements. I was taking the powder form of fiber at that point, and that just did not work for me. I hated it. I hated mixing it in, and it was not good for me. And I was taking like their tablets too. I think I actually switched from the powder to the tablet at this point, and that was, again, doing nothing for me. I have since switched to gummy vitamins or gummy fiber vitamins. I love those. I will have the ones that I use linked down below. They're fabulous. And I know there's some controversy in the bariatric community whether fiber gummies are good or not. I like them. And I started taking them not until after this whole situation. So I was not taking them when I was about a month out. I probably didn't start taking them until I was like maybe a month and a half post-op. And I have taken them every single day since, and I haven't had any issues. But anyways, of course, I was not taking them at this point. I was taking the Benefiber, I think is what it was called. And like I said, that stuff, for whatever reason, did nothing for me. So I had a really hard time. So I said, okay, why don't I just leave the bathroom, go sit on the couch for 45 minutes or so, and then try again. So that's what I did. I was extremely uncomfortable. My butt hurt a lot. And I just kind of waddled out to the family room and sat with my daughter, watched a TV show. And then I was like, all right, after a little bit, let me go try again. And basically the exact same thing happened. I probably sat on the toilet again for another hour, trying to make myself poop, and it just was not happening. You guys, I have never experienced constipation to this level in my entire life. This was something completely new. I have been constipated before in my life. I think every single person probably has, but I have never had to stop going to the bathroom and try again. And I was trying like all sorts of different positions, like going forward, pulling myself all the way back as far as I could. We don't have a squatty potty, but I ended up like stacking up a few toilet paper rolls and like propping my feet up on those to like get my legs at a different angle. Nothing was helping at that point. I was so like not really confused, but I was just like flabbergasted. Like I had no idea, if people are walking by, I had no idea what was going on with my body. And obviously I knew why, but I was like really scared too, because this had never happened to me before. I was like, what if I just never poop again in my entire life? What is going to happen to me, right? Like I was, getting kind of worried and scared. So then I think I decided again after almost an hour to stop and go wait out in the family room again before trying again. So I did that. Probably, I probably only waited like, 10, 15 minutes this time because I just wanted to go so bad. I just wanted to get this over with. So then I try going again. And like I said, at this point, I'm really, really freaking out. I'm like, why isn't anything moving down there? Like, what? So I'm Googling like how to make yourself poop now, like things like that. And some really scary stuff popped up. And they said, if you really can't go, you might need to go to the emergency room to have a fecal extraction done. What? First of all, that would be incredibly embarrassing. Second of all, I would never want to make anybody, probably an intern at the hospital, do that to me if I really, truly did not need them to. And I understand that, yes, that is an actual medical procedure that has to be done. But if I could have avoided that, I wanted to avoid that. I did not want to go to the hospital to have somebody rip poop out of me. No way. No way. And plus, my husband wasn't even home, so I would have had to wait until at least, midnight or maybe even the next morning to go to the hospital because I wasn't going to drive myself. There's no way I could drive myself with my daughter too and be watching her while they're, doing what they're doing down there. That wasn't going to work. So I was going to have to wait if that was the route that was going to have to be taken. Fortunately, though, I did keep Googling and I saw something about enemas, which I have heard about enemas before. I honestly never knew what they were for or what they really did. I never had used one, but they said that, if you do it, and an enema is basically, I think it's like a saline solution in like a little bottle with like a long tip on it that you insert up your butt and you empty the contents of the saline solution into your butt and then it will help you go. So I was like, oh, okay, that sounds doable, I guess. I could definitely go to the store and get one. So then it became an issue of which store to go to, because I certainly did not want to go to Walgreens, which is where the website said that they had them, because there's no self-checkout at Walgreens. And this was a purchase that I did not want to have to make any eye contact with. I did not want to have to talk to anybody while I was making this purchase. And there is a Jewel or a grocery store right across the street from the Walgreens that does have self-checkout, but I wasn't 100% sure that they would carry it. Like, I'm not sure how extensive their pharmacy section is at the Jewel. So I did debate, should I try the Jewel first? And if they don't have it, then I'll go to the Walgreens, or should I just go to the Walgreens where I know they're going to have them? And I decided, because I was in so much pain at this point, that I just needed to go to the Walgreens, buy what I needed because I knew it would be there, and get out of there and get this whole situation cleared up as soon as I could. So I grabbed my daughter and we went to the Walgreens and I found what I needed. And I am so thankful that I had the cashier that I did, because she made the buying experience as unawkward as anybody could have. I'm really, truly so thankful for her. She was probably, I don't know, she was maybe in like her mid-50s. She didn't say anything about what I was purchasing. You know, I was really worried that I was going to have like a 16-year-old boy ring it up, look at it, kind of laugh, and then of course it wouldn't scan, and then they'd have to call over the intercom like, price check on enemas for this lady here at the cash register, you know? Fortunately, like I said, that did not happen. I had my daughter with me and she had a Toy Story Band-Aid on her face. I remember she had a scratch last summer that she just kept like picking at, so it would never go away. So we had to keep Band-Aids on it. And it was a Toy Story Band-Aid. So the woman like talked to us about Toy Story of all things. Like, so professional. I'm so thankful for that woman, that she was the one who checked me out, because I was so embarrassed. I did not want to be there. First of all, of course, I was just in so much pain at this point. Like, my butt physically hurt, like on the outside from just being raw. This is so TMI. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm talking about this. But like I said, I think this is important that you guys know this story, and know what could potentially happen if you go through weight loss surgery. And plus, just like my stomach hurt too, just because like I just needed to get it out of me and it just wasn't going. So anyways, we get home, I put my daughter back in the family room, and I go up to my bedroom because I felt like that's probably where the best place to do this was. So I read the directions, and I gotta say, the directions were very graphic, and they had visuals, which were helpful, but they were very graphic. But yeah, so very interesting visuals. And I laid a whole bunch of towels down on the bed because I was not sure what was going to happen. Again, I had never done this before in my life. So I laid a whole bunch of towels down, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I ended up getting it done. And I remember being worried that it was going to hurt, and it didn't hurt. It felt weird, but it didn't hurt. And I remember also being worried that everything was just going to kind of like come out as soon as I like squeezed the bottle like to go in. Again, totally TMI. Why am I talking about this on the internet? But anyways, it did not end up coming right back out, thankfully. And they said on the instructions that you need to wait a few minutes after you do it, and then you will really get the urge to go. So I laid down on my side for a few minutes, and then after that, I did feel like I needed to get up and go to the bathroom. And again, I was worried that I was going to be like dripping all the way down to the bathroom. Fortunately, again, that didn't happen. But as soon as I sat down on the toilet, yeah, you know, I bet you can imagine kind of what happened. And I gotta say, I was really kind of expecting this to work its magic, and I was going to be in and out of the bathroom within like 2 minutes, and that was not the case. This was a really bad situation. Fortunately, I will say I was successful for the fourth time going to the bathroom. I managed to poop. Hallelujah. Thank goodness it actually happened, but it probably took another half hour to actually go to the bathroom. I'm telling you, this was no joke. It was awful. And my butt hurt for so bad for so many days after this. Like, it was just raw and just, oh, it was so painful. I do not wish this on anybody. So yeah, that is basically the story of me trying to poop for hours and hours and hours on end. And like I said, fortunately I was successful, so I did not end up needing to go to the hospital. Oh my gosh, having to go to the hospital for just because you couldn't poop, I can't imagine. And if that's happened to you, I don't mean to make light of that situation or anything, but man, I would never want that to happen to me if it didn't have to. So I'm so thankful that I was able to remedy the situation by myself. But yeah, I just again wanted to let you guys know my one little secret that I never ever mentioned because I was just too embarrassed to. But you know what? Here we are almost a year later and I can laugh about it now. And if you are going through surgery or are going to be going through surgery soon, pick up an enema so you have one. Order one on Amazon. Maybe I will link to the one that I use down below. You know, just to kind of keep one on hand, just in case you ever find yourself in a situation similar to mine where you really can't go and you don't want to have to waddle over to the Walgreens and have somebody physically check you out when maybe you could avoid this. So this is, you know, so this is just a warning. So this is just a warning for all of you that that haven't gone through the surgery yet. I'm just trying to be helpful. I'm just trying to help you out here. And again, if you've already had surgery and you've been through this, maybe you can commiserate with me. Maybe you've been through something similar, or if you haven't, just go ahead and laugh. I know it's a crazy story and it sucks that it happened, but you know, if I can make a little bit of light out of the situation and help somebody by at least preparing them, you know, be prepared that this might happen. Keep an enema on hand before you go through your surgery. So in case it does, you will be prepared. But yeah, I guess that's everything that I have to talk about. Can't believe I actually like spilled that entire story. Yeah, but there you go. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Hopefully this at the very least gave you a little bit of a chuckle. And yeah, don't expect any more poop stories here on my channel. I think that's my only one that I've got for you. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do mostly talk about weight loss surgery stuff here on my channel. You can follow me on Instagram. I will also have that linked down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.